Well, I don't have the answer to every one of these, but they would be certainly major exopolitical issues that would have to be dealt with, and that would be very divisive, to say nothing else. I mean, this would really cause massive political upheaval, right? Wouldn't it? And then, how do you undo a lie like this? How do you just say, yeah, it looks like they're here? Now you have to explain all of this, some of this stuff that I've just been talking about. The stresses that would be involved, I'm going to have to skip past a lot of this. Will there be armed revolt, riots, financial disruption? You bet. I mean, if they make a better version of our steel or petroleum or any other technologies, that could be really a problem, at least in the short term. Sure, it'd be great in the long term. And what about free energy? Is free energy really our salvation? Well, it sounds like it'd be pretty cool. You could heat your home forever for free. But what if also with this free energy you can make a really nice bomb that'll blow up the Pacific Ocean? I mean, really, what if? There might be a real problem with that. I'm just saying. Will the human power structure survive an actual disclosure unless it forces them to clamp down immediately into a full-blown totalitarian global police state? Maybe. It's impossible, but it's inevitable. The fact is, you can't stop time. We can't. Maybe they can. How well prepared are we? I would say not very. Do our political institutions, do our universities prepare us? I think, again, not really. What do we expect these aliens to do? We're going to have them save us, make us better? What I try to remind myself is ultimately we have to live with ourselves. And in other words, to deal with this other reality ultimately means that we ourselves have to understand who and what we are. We're born into this world alone. We go out alone. And we're going to have to deal with them in some way. So, in other words, not to sound too new agey here, but it really will truly require a raising of our consciousness. If we're going to be any use in this new era when this does come out, it's going to come out. You can't stop it. It's like a tidal wave. I don't know the specifics of how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. It will be impossible to stop. So we're going to need a development to get us at the level where we're going to be ready. We're probably never going to be ready, realistically, until it happens. Who's ever ready to have their first child? No one's ready for that. And then it happens, and boom, you have to deal with it. So, it's going to happen. We're just going to have it forced on us. People are going to be running around in circles, pulling their hair out, and then they'll have to deal, hopefully, and that'll be that. We're living in a revolutionary era, more revolutionary than any that I think any of us can really imagine in the history of our species. It's happening now. I mean, think about how incredible that is. We're all living in it. We're living in the transformation of human civilization, maybe the falling off the tightrope, maybe getting to the other side. Either way, it's a wild ride. My feeling is that this unstable period leads inevitably to political and financial instability, which we're seeing. But that in itself will lead, I think, to an opening in this topic. In a period of turmoil, stuff happens. And I think something like this can break. I keep wondering, is the media's sea change? I track from late '06. I think what changed it, I think, was the O'Hare incident. There was a UFO over O'Hare International Airport in November of '06. When that got out, that was not ridiculed. I mean, it was a little bit, but in large measure it wasn't. And all through 2007, '08, we saw a very different treatment of this. Not really, I mean, the media is not treating it the way it really should be, but differently. The amount of reportage has gone dramatically up, and of a quality that's very different than pre-2006. So something may be going on. It may not be fun, but then again, it's going to happen. I just want to close by saying that the new book that I've just completed, UFOs and the National Security State, it actually truly will be available within 30 days. I've been saying this, for like a million years now, but it will be done. It's a little more than 600 pages. It's my attempt to analyze the UFO history phenomenon from the early 70s to the end of the Cold War. It's let's call it the pivotal volume in a 3-volume history that I'm doing. I think it's starting to turn into the War and Peace of UFOs, but that's okay. So it will be available. You can go to my website, keyholepublishing.com, and look for an announcement. You can hopefully be able to get it. I do have a couple of DVDs out there on the table. Not many, but I brought a few of some other presentations that I've given, and I would certainly encourage you to come to my table and chat. I'd be happy to talk with you. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you very much.